Hey, what's up, studs? Ryan here. We're Endor Productions with some more LEGO Star Wars 2020 spring/summer news, rumors, updates, leaks, and whatever, you know, these type of videos cover. So we are going to be going in depth on everything that I know up to this point. So we have all of our official images for April 2019 sets. We know what one of them is not. We'll get to that in just a moment, actually, but the first thing that we talk about. We also have more pictures of the Razor Crest, so we'll be able to see all the features for that thing, as well as the Mandalorian BrickHeadz, which will be coming out in August, so very exciting extra images of those. And then on top of that, I also have some information about LEGO Star Wars mosaics. Yeah, crazy, right? But it seems like it's going to be happening, and they may be a lot more expensive than you would expect. Also, at the end of this video, I have some pretty insane speculation, so make sure you stick around for that. But anyway, if you guys do enjoy these type of LEGO Star Wars news rumor videos, let me know with a like on the video, and let's get into it. So this video, much like most of my recent LEGO Star Wars rumor videos, will go in as chronological of order as I possibly can. So we're going to be starting out with 4 sets that are going to be releasing on April 19th, which is right around the corner, less than a month away at this point. Our first set is set 75274, and unfortunately, you know, maybe a little misspeculation and some rumors that just didn't turn out to be true, it won't be a duel on EXAGOL set. This set could still happen, or something like this set could still happen in the future, but unfortunately it definitely will not be set 75274, which was the predominant rumor for the last couple months. Instead, however, it will be the first of 3 LEGO Star Wars helmet sets that are dropping on April 19th, and this is the TIE Fighter Pilot. These are rated for ages 18 and up, although that's completely arbitrary, but these are just targeted at adults. That's kind of the reason they put 18 plus on the box, but it doesn't really matter if you're younger, okay? So don't get that screwed up. The TIE Pilot will cost $60 with 724 pieces and looks pretty dang clean in my opinion. It's probably at least the second best. It's definitely not the worst. We'll get to the next one's going to be what people think is the worst helmet. And hopefully the start to a long and healthy line for LEGO Star Wars of something a little bit different, and definitely has an interesting potential for the future for LEGO Star Wars to see them expand outside of the original trilogy. Set number 2 here is set 75276, and that is going to be the Stormtrooper Helmet, which a lot of people are saying looks the worst out of the 3 helmet sets that we are getting, and I must say I agree. The white just happens to make the dark shadows pop a lot more than they will on the TIE Pilot for a Stormtrooper style helmet. So unfortunately the Stormtrooper just didn't really translate super well, and I think that might show in the sales of this set. I think the TIE Pilot might actually outsell it somehow, and definitely the next one will. Set 75277 is going to be Boba Fett, and this one, of course, being the only named character, definitely gives it the potential to be super popular in my opinion. Interestingly enough, this model actually looks quite a bit like the one that I've been showing like in my videos, kind of as a reference for what it could potentially look like. So it's just kind of interesting. It makes you wonder if any LEGO designers drew any inspiration from this mod. There's a nice combination of curved brick pieces and tiles, and then of course some plates in there as well, and they actually got the contouring of his cheeks down really well in my opinion. You can also move, I think it's the rangefinder on his head down and in front of his eyes so he can use it. So that's kind of an interesting facet of this set, just kind of like with the minifigs there, and then you can put it back up. I think it looks a lot better in the upwards position. All 3 of these busts actually have stands as well, so they have matching stands which look amazing in that black, which is just going to kind of disappear into the display and make it look like the helmet is floating, hopefully. And on top of that, each stand has a little card that says LEGO Star Wars and then the name of the character, be it the TIE Fighter Pilot, the Stormtrooper, or the Boba Fett. So that's a really nice addition to that as well. And again, all of these sets cost $60 each. They have some 40th Anniversary Empire Strikes Back logos on them. There's one more set coming out on April 19th, and that is the Dio set with 519 pieces. It's going to cost $70, and that is quite an expensive price in my opinion for this set. Maybe the one silver lining to that is that the piece on his head is actually printed, so I guess that's nice, but honestly just not a set that is super appealing to me, although I'll buy it anyway because I want to have every LEGO Star Wars set. But as far as features on this set, the head can swivel and move. The wheel doesn't actually turn or anything, unfortunately, so it's kind of a bare bones display set in my opinion, and one that I think is not going to resonate with a lot of people, seeing as we barely saw this guy in episode 9, and that was kind of it. So unless we see this guy in more Star Wars stuff, I don't think this set is going to sell very well, and especially at that $70 price point, it's just too much, I think, for this set. Having seen it already so many times in pictures and from Toy Fair, it just doesn't look that great, but maybe you disagree. It's looking more and more like the May UCS set is going to be the A-Wing. I've had multiple sources now telling me this, so hopefully it pans out. I don't want to be giving you guys wrong information, but that is what I am being led to believe, is that the May UCS set will be a UCS A-Wing, and it will cost $200. The set itself may come with a minifigure or two. Maybe you guys can comment down below what you think they may include, but I think an A-Wing pilot is the obvious choice, and maybe some other exclusive minifigure to the Rebellion. That might be a neat idea if they were able to do that and throw in something that we haven't gotten before. So this will be great. They'll complete the fleet, and then they can move on to some other stuff for LEGO Star Wars UCS sets, which does include the UCS Republic gunship. I haven't heard anything about what the potential LEGO Star Wars UCS set is for later in 2020, which is typically a more expensive set, but there's a chance that it could be the gunship coming out in September or October, or it could be completely something else and the gunship won't come out until May the 4th, 2021. So either of those two things are very real possibilities, and at this point, I don't know anything about what's going on. So fingers crossed we could get the gunship sooner than later, potentially coming later this year, because again, I haven't heard any rumors or words on it, so it's definitely still up in the air as to when the gunship may come out. As far as the May the 4th promo goes, I've already talked about this, so I'll kind of skim right over this. It appears that it will be something much like we got for last year's May the 4th with Hoth, and something that we got for Force Friday with the Endor set there, so something in that vein of LEGO Star Wars sets, just kind of these small displayable mini things, and you know, they're a little bit weird, but they're also kind of cool in that way, so it'll be nice to get something else from that line, although I still really wish it was a minifigure or maybe even a pod like they did with the Darth Vader pod. We only ever got one Star Wars pod. Just begs the question as to why we didn't get more, but unfortunately we didn't. Now, there is another LEGO Star Wars set coming, and as of now, I have no idea when this would release. If you ask me, I would put it on like one of the big dates, like August 1st as the most likely date, but set 31200 is going to be part of a new line that has been rumored for quite a while. It was called Zebra, and it is a line of LEGO mosaics, and it turns out that there'll be some other mosaics, but it turns out that one of these mosaics is going to be Star Wars set 31200, and we just got, I guess you could call it confirmation. It's not really confirmation because it's not coming from LEGO, but there's a strong rumor that the Star Wars mosaic will be Darth Maul, who I thought would be really good for one of the helmet sets, and we've had a Darth Maul bust in the past, so that kind of feeds into that. But the Darth Maul mosaic is potentially very real and could be coming very, very soon within the year. Again, the release date is currently unknown, but the price for these mosaics is apparently upwards of $100 to $150. So this could be a very, very expensive set. I've seen some rumors thrown around, and it's hard to tell whether the mosaics will be made out of bricks or plates. At this point, it's impossible to know, but it could be either. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this looks like. I think there's a lot of really great potential stances they could give him, and I'm also not sure if it's just going to be like his face or if it'll be all of Darth Maul, like holding his dual-bladed lightsaber and everything. That could be really neat as well. People have been asking me when we're getting a Clone Wars wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. We're not. I don't know why people think that's happening, but that's not happening. What is happening, however, is there will be a few Clone Wars sets sprinkled throughout the August 2020 summer LEGO Star Wars wave. The first of which is going to be set number 75280, and it's going to be $30. And as far as we know, it's a BARC speeder with AT-RT. And the prevalent rumor with this is that it will include 2 battle droids and 4 clone trooper minifigures. And that is as much as we know, basically confirmed, if that makes sense. Now, another rumor that I have heard is that this could include 4 501st Troopers, and again, I don't know if that's true. I really want to believe it, but at this point, I have no other like secondary source telling me that this is true. It's just like one entity, and I'm just not sure if I trust it, which is a part of the reason I don't name my sources for leaks, because I don't want to give people clout that shouldn't be getting the clout. But anyway, if it is a 501st Battle Pack, again, I've talked about this in my last rumor update video, that I would be very torn as to whether or not it's good that LEGO is charging $30 for the 501st Battle Pack that we have been asking for so long. Even if it's not a 501st Battle Pack style set and it doesn't include any 501st Troopers, it'll still be really nice to get a set with 4 clone troopers, and it's something I would buy in bundles. I'm not going to speculate any further on that, but we should know more about that set hopefully within the coming months, so make sure you stay tuned tuned on the channel for more info on that. The next set, also kind of from the Clone Wars / Episode 3, it's going to be an Episode 3 style set, so it's Anakin Starfighter. 75281 is the set number, and as of now, we don't know anything about the color of it. It could be yellow, or it could be green like the set that we got in 2012. I'm curious to see where they might improve on this set from previous designs, but as of now, it's one of the sets I'm least excited for the summer wave. Set 75283 is a blue AAT at $40. It's basically going to be a mix between the one from 2009 and the one from 2015, and then kind of getting something probably in the middle of that. So that AAT is still on the docket to be coming out later this year. The set that I'm really the most skeptical about liking and talking about in a positive light is the Knight Buzzard, which is going to be set number 75284. It's one that I'm really excited for because I thought the Knight Buzzard was a cool ship in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. However, it's probably going to leave a lot to be desired for a lot of people, given that the price on this set is only $70, and $70 isn't usually a set or a ship that's going to be very big and very well built, in my opinion. Like, for something that could have been, maybe a $90 set and much better, and I'm talking without having seen the set, so I should really watch what I'm saying, but there's a potential that this set is just going to be really underwhelming, and I'm really fearing that day. But there will be 3 minifigs in the set, which again is also kind of underwhelming, being 2 Knights of Ren, which will be nice to complete that Knights of Ren collection, and Rey, but we've known that information, so let's move on. Another set that is still kind of hanging up in the air with no real confirmation as to the one thing we all want to know about is the $80 General Grievous' Starfighter. I really hope this set isn't $80, but it's looking like set 75286 is going to be $80 and is General Grievous' Starfighter, so God help us, guys. LEGO's going overpriced like crazy on this one, in my opinion. And if you remember back to a couple months ago, we had a leaked image of the set, and it was way too blurry to tell, and it's still kind of up in the air as to whether it'll be a Magna Guard, a Clone Trooper, or a Phase 2 Cody, but the predominant word on the street is that it will be a Clone Trooper of some sort. Nobody knows exactly which, but it will be General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then a Clone Trooper of some sort. Myself, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are really holding out that if this set's going to be $80, it's going to include a Phase 2 Cody, which would be amazing to get finally if this set, especially if this set is based off Episode 3, which I think it is just based off the box art and what you see as the 2 other minifigures in the set. Another set that has the potential to be really, really overpriced is going to be the AT-AT, coming at $160. Again, this is a set that we don't know much about. It's going to be an AT-AT. It's going to include 6 minifigures apparently, which will be a nice number of figures, but unfortunately we don't know the piece count or anything to give us any indication as to whether or not that $160 price may be worth it. And again, the piece count isn't the end all be all, but it definitely may give you some indication as to whether or not that price is going to match up. So getting into some other exciting stuff that we have new images for, still not coming till much later in the year, is the Razor Crest at 75291. You can pre-order it on Amazon.com. I'll put my affiliate link down in the description below if you're interested in that, but we have new images of this set. So some people were hoping that the Mandalorian figure would be updated to his Beskar armor. That appears to just not be happening. So unfortunately, it's going to be the it's going to be the regular Mando. The Grief Karga minifigure looks kind of nice though. No leg printing or anything, but that torso print is quite clean, and I really like the face print they've got on him. Also, those dual-wielded pistols are pretty nice. You can see the Razor Crest opens up with a bunch of different panels, which is actually amazing. Like, you're going to be able to get plenty of interior access on this ship and into the features of the set and everything. Like, looks really nice from that aspect. So that's great to see. The Baby Yoda, of course, looks so cute and is obviously going to be a big draw for this ship. The escape pod, which we had been trying to figure out where it is actually located on the top of the Razor Crest, and you can see Grief Karga in there. It's going to be a tight fit, but that's what it is. It's a small escape pod with a little manhole to see through, so it is what it is. We also have a nice shot of the bed for the Mandalorian here, who is underneath the cockpit of the ship. Moving on, the other set that's coming from the Mandalorian, this one will be releasing on August 1st. Again, the Razor Crest on September 1st, but it's the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda BrickHeadz. We have a bunch of different angles of photos for this, so you can see Baby Yoda is going to be able to be taken out of his little carriage and put onto display by himself if you want, but the carriage, of course, is going to be very important for a lot of people. Really looks cute in that thing. Also, some different angles of the Mandalorian, who doesn't quite look as cute as Baby Yoda, but still going to be nice to have those two side by side. So now we get into the wild speculation section. Set 75291 is going to be MDP, which just means it's going to be a store exclusive with 775 pieces, and the price is about $100. The price is not confirmed, and that piece count kind of leads me to believe it could potentially, and I mean potentially, be another helmet for the LEGO Star Wars helmet line. The most pieces in any of these helmets, though, is 724 with the TIE Pilot, so 775 would even one-up that. So maybe it's a more expensive helmet, who knows, it could be that. I'm also really holding out hope that it could be a set with the Bad Batch as a store exclusive. Obviously, they've shown the willingness to do something like that with the Razor Crest, which is an Amazon exclusive, shockingly. Like, that set seems like it should be on every store shelf, but maybe Bad Batch could fall in that same category with the Bad Batch shuttle. The other bit of absolutely wild speculation I have, and don't take this as any word of truth or rumor, this is literally just me having an idea, is that Hasbro recently extended their deal with Disney for Star Wars toys and games, of course, and there is a potential that the contract has been rewritten in a way that would allow LEGO to make a LEGO Star Wars CMF, and as well as a Marvel CMF, but I'm here to mostly talk about Star Wars, so there is a non-zero chance that a LEGO Star Wars collectible minifigure line could actually happen now. Until now, and the contract could still say that LEGO can't make a CMF line, so that could potentially be completely off the table. Let's remember, this is just wild speculation. But for all of eternity until now, potentially, LEGO has been stopped by Hasbro because Hasbro owns the exclusive right to produce Star Wars figures, which is dumb because LEGO could make buildable figures, but they can't sell minifigures separately like that. It's just really dumb in the way the contract is. It's just all dumb, okay? I don't know how else to explain it. So I'm just kind of very open to the potential that there could be a LEGO Star Wars CMF series sooner rather than later, potentially occurring in 2021. It definitely won't be happening in 2020, but hey, the door is potentially, again, and I say that, potentially open to this happening. So fingers crossed that that may be the case. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you have anything to say about these LEGO Star Wars rumors and a bit to my speculation as well, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest LEGO Star Wars news, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.